battle of the boxes, but this time I have Mystery Tackle Box Pro Walleye Edition and the Lucky Tackle Box Walleye Edition. One of these boxes, this is going to be the last month for one of these boxes. I kind of want to try some of the other boxes. There are other boxes out there, not necessarily fishing, but other boxes out there that I want to try that have to do with like camping in the outdoors. So let's go through this unboxing and then we'll go from there, and I'll kind of decide which one. I'm not sponsored by any of these. What I see in these boxes is going to decide which one I keep and which one I don't keep. There's pros and cons to each. This one I actually got on the 11th this month. And this one I just got today, which is the 16th. So this one, the Mystery Tackle Box, always seems to come sooner for me. I mean, I got it on the 11th, so that means they must have shipped it out on probably like the 6th, or they probably shipped it out possibly even before the 4th of July weekend, maybe, you know, anticipating that. The Lucky Tackle Box, I always seem to get it. The 16th is actually sooner than I normally get it. Last month I think I got it like the 19th, which is, you know, by the time I get it, the month is almost over. So okay, let's get into these. Now, I actually I want to dig out this first. I actually emailed them, or I talked to them on Facebook, and perfect. See, I brought it up last video. Now we're in July, right? Now before they would send the fishing times for the month of July, well, by the time you get it, the month is already half over. So instead of having July, now they have August. You know, and I messaged them on Facebook and brought that up to them, and they said, great idea. You know, we'll talk to the people who do the magazines for us. And, you know, so now this is relevant for me for the whole entire month. I mean, we have, it's the 16th of July now. This is now going to be for all of next month. And then next month in August, when we get it, it'll be for September. And now we can, I mean, they ship it on the 10th. So even if you were a guy that lived close by to where they ship it from and you get it on, say, the 13th, well, you're still missing out on all them days. So now they're sending this out a month in advance. I really wanted to check and see if they did anything about that. Now this one, they have the iCast preview. I've actually been looking into a lot of the iCast stuff already. Some of my friends that do some sponsors and stuff with some of the companies have been sharing and talking about some of their new products and stuff. So it'll be fun to look through this and see, you know, see what some more of the stuff that they're not talking about. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the plastics of the Lucky Tackle Box. Now these are fishbelly.com, and it shows a few different ways you can rig them up, but it's basically like a fluke, and they're very, very similar to the ones we got last month. I don't know if you remember the white bodied ones, the big 5-inch ones we got, but these are very similar to a fluke. They're shaped a little differently, but they got the tail in the back that really, you know, you can see where it's kind of split there. I don't know if you can see that. You can see where it's kind of split there. So that tail is really going to get a lot of extra movement. But they're pretty nice. This is, I mean, it looks cool. It's nice. Okay, now over to, okay, now we actually got these in Lucky Tackle Box a few months ago. It's the Fishing Physics Genius bait. They come individually sealed. I'll go ahead and open this one up. I have one already that's already open, so I'll just combine the two. But this is the minnow. It's got the minnow scent, but the fishing physics is the rubber is marinated, and it almost seems like it almost feels like a pork product, you know, like Uncle Josh's pork worms or something. But they're individually wrapped, so you know once you open it, you know it's got the 12-hour scent technology is what it says, but they're individually wrapped. So once you open this, it's pretty much done for this. Okay. But I did use, we got the grub ones before, like one of the first boxes I got had the Fishing Physics 3-inch grubs, and I actually had pretty good luck on that grub one. I never used the minnow one, but you know they're pretty cool. We got these exact same ones in a Lucky Tackle box a few months ago, so this is just doubles of something that I already have. So I see something in the Mystery Tackle box I really like. I'm not gonna even worry about the prices right now. You guys, I mean, we've proven time and time again that you're getting more than what you pay for the box. I'm just gonna talk about the products and go from there. I see something in the Mystery Tackle box I want to talk about, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring out the Lucky Tackle box. Kind of, I suppose, would be the same thing. We have a lunker hunt. Now, lunker hunts are normally $8 to $12 lures. I really like this one. The color has like kind of a perch look. You know, it's got the stripes of a perch, but it's got like a crawfish paint job. And I don't know if anybody uses lunker much, but this is the eyelet's on the top rather than the front. That doesn't mean you can't drag it. It just the nose is gonna bury down. It's you know, and but with it being on the top the way it is like that, you can also just jig it, and it works well for jigging. And Lunker Hunt's a good brand. They got good hooks, good quality. I like them. I'm happy about that. What I wanted to talk about in this one was this one. Now this Travado is very, very same color. I almost think it's the same size as the one that I got in the Lucky Tackle box a few months ago. In fact, it was probably the same box that I got this one in. You know what I mean? So I feel like a pattern here, you know, and I like this color. I think the one I got before was a little bit smaller, to be honest, now that I look at it. This is a 4-inch. I think the one I got before was a 3-inch, but I'm not sure. But 3 to 5 feet. I like this color. I like the size. You know, we talked about this in one of my first boxes. I had this one. Same color, same everything. It's a good hook. It's got good hooks. It's a good lure. I like it. I'm not going to complain about this one at all. But I will say that it seems a little bit repetitive, even though it's from a different box. Now, if Lucky Tackle Box would have sent me like this stuff again, in the, you know, I would have started to really wonder, like, okay, guys, you're starting to repeat yourself now, you know. Out of all the lures that come out every year, a box like this really shouldn't have to repeat themselves, but they didn't. It came in a different box a few months later, so it is what it is there. Next, we have some Walleye series. Oh man, I really like these. I really, really like these. They're grubs. Let's see if I can get them open for you guys here. It looks like they're 3-inch grubs, and they're just. But look at that. Look at that paint. Look at that glitter in there. See if I can get a good shot for you guys. You see that in there? You see how, oh yeah, look at that. Oh man. It's in like, it's not really glitter. It's like finely cut plastic infused into the grub. I like grubs. I use grubs a lot. I use them for smallmouth bass. I use them for the rivers because you can just put them on a hook and cast them out at a weight, and the tail just goes crazy. They work very well. I use them for jigging up walleyes. I cast and retrieve them. I use grubs a lot. So I like grubs. And I really like these color on these. I've never seen anything quite like that. I've seen glitter, and I've seen, the multi-paint, different paint jobs and stuff, but this one's a little bit different, and I really like it. I mean, this might be something that I've never seen this in a store, and just out of curiosity, steak $3. So I mean, for $3, I would buy that if I had seen it in a store, but I've never seen this in a store around my area. And maybe it's new, maybe it's something that people have been using for a while, I don't know. But I really like the color on that one, so I'm happy about that. I will go back over here, and we got some grub style, oh, they're hollow tubes, but they're Soko Bates large fry. This looks more like a sample. I don't know if I have the card here, just for so, okay, yeah, large fry, $4 4 pack. Retail $5 for a 5 pack. So $1 for one of them fries. This is something that I've never seen them, but it's cool. I'll check them out sometime. We'll go back over here. Next we have the Northland Tackle Impulse. I'm very familiar with Northland Tackle because Northland Tackle is Bemidji, Minnesota, and I live very, very close to Bemidji, Minnesota. I've actually been on tours of the plant and everything else, so I'm very, very familiar with Northland Tackle Bionic, and I actually buy spinners and beads from Northland Tackle to make my own rigs. I've seen these a lot. I've never bought one, but these they're pre-rigged with a leech on there. This is just a few dollars. I think it's like $2 or three something dollars. Back over to Mystery Tackle Box. We have the yo-zuri 3DB. I feel like we just got one of these in the Lucky Tackle Box a couple months ago as well. It's got the trailer. Boy, I'm pretty sure we just got a yo-zuri in this one just a few months ago. So, but yo-zuri is a good brand. I like yo-zuri brands. The 3DBs are good lures. They are. This is probably the big money item from this box, the yo-zuri. But I feel like we just got one from Lucky Tackle Box just a few months ago as well. So, but it's a good lure. Back over to Lucky Tackle Box. I'm gonna pull out this. This is another thing that I had contacted them about. One of the things I said was they sent us some real small hooks, and they did it to us like 2 or 3 times. I think it was twice, to be honest. But they sent us like real size 10 small hooks, and I had messaged them, got a hold of them, and talked to them and said, why not send us some snap locks or some O-rings. I talked to them and said, some snap locks, or it doesn't always have to be just regular hooks. Send us a little bit of variety of stuff that every fisherman might need. Snap locks, swivels, barrel swivels, But anyway, this month they sent some it's real. They're real small though, but they're snap lock blacks, and that's not necessarily a bad thing to have these small, because you don't need these big. I mean, the fish can see them. I've been out fishing before for crappie, and I have a small little sinker weight on there, um, and I'll see the fish trying to bite the weight rather than the hook. So, having smaller of these is, I'm okay with that, and I really like the idea that they're sending us something different than slow death hooks and other barrel swivels and stuff like that. It's nice to see a change of pace. So I got an MTB Pro sticker. That's nice. I still got mystery tackle box, but now I got a Pro one as well. So I mean that's kind of cool. Um, okay, I have some of these Yukon spoons. I use these for ice fishing. Now, that's not to say that you can't use them for summer fishing, but it's not to say that I really do either. I use them. They're weighted, and the back on here glows. So if you hold it in the sunlight, it will kind of glow in the dark. And also, you can see the glass tube in there. It does have, it makes a little bit of noise, not much, but these, like I said, I use them in the wintertime, but it's not to say you can't use them in the summer. But in the summer, when I'm jigging in the summer, I'm using grubs and stuff like that. In the winter, I'll use these tipped with like a minnow head or something, and I seem to have better luck. In the summer, I like to stay on the move. I like to troll. I like to move locations. I don't really jig as much in the summer. In the winter, that's all I do is jig, because you drill your hole in the ice and that's where you are, unless you want to move. But these will go in my winter collection. I probably won't even put them in my summer collection. I'll just put them in my winter boxes that I have up on the shelf up here, and save them for winter. Okay, now lucky tackle box. It looks like this is the last item in here, and what we have is a shad wrap, and this is a big shad wrap, boy. It's the Bleeding Hot Olive, and it's the SR9. So that's shad wrap, and then 9 is the size. Okay, anybody who doesn't understand the Rapala sizing chart, you can go online at rapala.com and you can look it up. Now it's got the red bill. Man, this is nice. Just out of curiosity's sake, $6.99. So I'm a big fan of the clown. The clown is the paint job, and it's the tail dancer, and it gets real deep. And I imagine this one does 8 to 15 feet. So this one's gonna get down in them deep lakes and get to where the walleye are. Rapala's hooks, super sticky. After enough wear and tear, this end one is gonna start to break apart a little bit on the Rapalas. But other than that, they're great hooks. I use a lot of Rapalas every year. I order from Rapala's website, and I use a lot of the Storm Deep Baby Thunder sticks. I love that Deep Baby Thunder stick. So far, I'm really happy with everything in the Lucky Tackle box this month. Everything. They didn't send us slow death hooks. They didn't try to force any more of them down our throats. I guess the only thing that I do have, a voice on is these. These are very similar to what they sent us last month, but we only got 3 of them. The French lures that we got, but they're very similar to them. But this plastics are kind of a dime a dozen. I'm really happy with the Rapala, the KVD, and the Lunker Hunt. the impulse is nice, you know. So and I really really like these. So that's I mean, even if we take that impulse out, these four is something that I would have went to the store and possibly bought and came home with. And the cost of this, um, the cost of just these four, probably would have amounted to what I paid with the box. So it was basically, you know, I just the guys at the store gave these, you know, threw these in for free. So I'm happy with Lucky Tackle Box this month. Now we got one more item over here, and it's a Rapala jointed, um, and I feel like we just got, and it's the jointed 9, see the J9, so 5 to 7 feet because of where the bill's positioned. Um, the jointed swim baits are nice. They really put up a lot of action in the water, and they just flail around like crazy. Um, I I like this one. I like the swim baits and the jointed and stuff like that. I use them a lot, but I feel like we got a jointed swim bait in this box recently too. You know, so for a Mystery Tackle Box Pro, you're paying a little bit more. $15 normally, and the Pro I think was $23 or $25. I think it was $25, and everything in this box. You know, you take out these two items, which I believe this is more of an ice fishing, and this is a sample. So you take them two items out, and all of these items here have come from a Lucky Tackle box in the months prior. You know, I got a Travato, same color. I got a yo-zuri, same color. I got a jointed swim bait. I got these exact same things from a Lucky Tackle box months prior. I feel like Mystery Tackle Box is excellent on their shipping. You get their boxes early, and that's nice. But I feel like now with the Pro Edition, you're paying more for stuff that you've gotten in Lucky Tackle Box, or that you can get in Lucky Tackle Box. To me, personally, after seeing the contents of these boxes, I will be dropping Mystery Tackle Box, and I will remain with Lucky Tackle Box.